Hello everyone, and welcome back to Let's Play Pathfinder Wrath of the Righteous Redux version. Normal difficulty. I'm your host, Colors Fade. It's episode 41. We're making our way over to the Nameless Ruins to do Nenio's quest. Random enemies. We will skip by you. Don't care. Alright, we can do some hiring. Oh, but we don't have a lot of people to hire, do we? Don't have a lot of cash. Okay, so go into resources here and oh, I can only buy 600. Oh man. Okay, I need to sell some stuff. That's too bad. Because I want to go up here and wanted to buy some more of those mongrels and set them off with my other mongrels. But it's probably not going to matter. Because we're getting close to the end of this chapter. And then your army goes away. Alright. At that point, we're going to do a little resting. And move on to the Nameless Ruins. Alright. Right, it's this one. It's got the statues at the bottom, and there's a puzzle in here. There's always puzzles when it comes to Nenio. But there's some fighting to do along the way. So Nenio, I have to get Nenio's spells ready, so 1 second for that. Alright, I've rearranged Nenio's spells. And now we're gonna get everybody buffed. There are spiders to fight down. Oh, we've forgot to swap out Paladin. Bummer. Okay. Seal it. She's got no gear. Oh, that's terrible. I can't do that. I can't do that. Okay. We'll get back to this. Alright, so while we're swapping out our party for a couple of days, there's an army coming. So we're going to move our demon strikers into position. Alright, and now we're in the Nameless Ruins and we can say, hey, we got our regular party here. We stripped our paladin, Sela, of all her gear because we have our tower shield specialist. So, back to buffing. Yes, we should. And that's what we're going to do. Goofy me. A little bit of preparation goes a long way. All of this stuff. Let's see. Oops. What did I do? Dang it. It's not entirely what I meant. Okay, in that case, I'll do this. Do that. Dog. This gives them a +4 on their combat maneuver check to tripping people. That's why I'm doing that, in case it's not apparent.
It's time to act.
Nenio's got that on. She's gonna do this to make this bigger. Greater magic weapon. That. Cast that on myself. I wish the mirrored images were a little less solid looking. I wish they were a little more ghostly so you could tell which one was your character and which one was your images. But what do we have here? Ghoul stalkers. Oh man, dang it. Okay. You gotta get... you gotta save people of their own negative levels here, buddy. In that case, you... I don't know what you can do. Put blink on yourself. Da-da-da-da-da-da. I just want my character to stay away from some of this a little bit. Phantasmal web. I don't think that's going to help much. She probably needs to haste everybody. Lord Gilmer. You gonna death ward that person or what? Death ward him. Because what... Do these guys have the ability to do negative levels? It's not going to matter, is it? Alright. Do yourself on that bit of business. I wish Death Ward lasted like 24 hours. Be nice. What else do we have here?
Don't hold back.
Let's go in here to the cave. To the cave. Alright. Gilmer. Give him. Everybody's still happy. Happy-go-lucky. Oh, what's in here?
We cannot be defeated.
Ghoul creepers. Sneak attack. Nini, what are you using for a weapon? You just got like a regular crossbow. You got nothing. Oh my gosh, you got nothing. We have to hook you up with something. What is this? Crossbow of Judgment. Okay. I don't think I can give you anything else that matters anyway. Is there anything there that would actually matter? What level are these guys? Rogue 3, 2, Undead. But they're immune to poison. Cloud Kill's not going to do anything to them. I don't think it affects them. Yeah, I don't think there's anything to do there except just... Except let the group attack. Let the group do that. Ghoul creepers. So you can see there's these like hints of what this puzzle's supposed to be. Up here, this one's got the outer symbol done. But really, it's just going to come down to a guessing game. I can't ever remember the pattern, so. And the hints don't make a lot of sense to me. Okay. Here's what we're going to do. Everybody, go like this. Boss man, go over here. Go over here and do this. I said do it. Okay, and then I need you to go over here. You can attack this. You can attack this. You can attack. You're doing it. Great. You go do this. Now go over here. Come on. Okay. Ghoul Hunt Master. Loot. Hey, there's a recipe and there's a couple of things here. Recipes. There it is. Copy recipe. What do we have here? I'm not going to give her anything. Because I don't want to remember. I have to take it off later. This is Vast Intelligence. I have Mental Flow +2. It's okay. All I need is Int. She actually needs the Charisma in addition to this because it makes one of her things last longer. So that's awesome. Okay, what's this? Remnant of the Ghoul's Feast. Scattered Remains. Alright. Is that all there was in the cave? That's it. Well then. We will exit and move on. I like it when you get to this part of the game when you have quite a few buffs, and your characters can kind of mow down the yard trash. Nenio, since you're not going to be doing much against these characters. Okay, I probably didn't need to haste that, because they all ended up dying before we could do anything. Engraved bracelet. I wish if they weren't going to highlight that, if there's no loot, or do something else with it. Oh my goodness. Okay, these are undead. Is there anything you can really do to them? Phantasmal killer. Mind affecting, they're immune to mind affecting, so it doesn't matter. Yeah. Not much you can do except summon stuff. Now there's this. You can conjure one of these things. But what are their resistances? Oh, they don't have any resistances to anything in particular. Then you'll come down here. Clan is going to kill them before anything can happen. So. I'm sure there's a way to play Ninio so that she's awesome. Because they've kind of made sure to make all of these characters sort of that way. Or at least make them useful on normal, but it doesn't really work for me. So here's the puzzle. And there's another thing. There's a couple more hints supposed to be somewhere else. What's this place called? Nameless Ruins, right. Alright, so here's the solution if you're pointing this way. Big circle, little circle, top left, bottom left, arrow. Kind of makes an arrow pointing. The clues are supposed to be around there in such a way that it makes sense, but it never did for me, so I just had to. Phylactery, positive channeling. Plus 2d6. I mean, that's nice. Since basically it's an additional 2d6 plus 12. I mean 2d6 for a total of 12. It's nicer than this one, which only does 1d6. This is about the time I put that on his head. Because he's not spending a lot of time doing like hold person. He's not trying to do. I'm not having him do anything where saving throws are involved. So that. See, here's another clue right here. The arrow to the left. We saw the big circle inside the cave, and then there's another clue somewhere else on the way down here, I think, that says the small circle, and then you get to this one, you're like, okay, if I press those things in that order, that's how I should do it. But I can't even remember where the other clue is, so it doesn't matter. Do what I do. Just go out to YouTube or Reddit or something and look it up. I am the answer, but what is the question? The question, Johnny Carson. What is a masked figure in my way? The absence of an answer is an answer too. Precisely. Hey, wait, where are you going? Spontaneous dematerialization is unscientific. Yeah, Ninio. Oh, following her example, you put your hand on the statue and the world around you ceases to exist. Then something changes. The emptiness takes notice of you. And it asks you a question. Who are you? What about you? The emptiness does not engage. The question was asked and it will be answered. I'm not going to answer. You'll answer one way or another, today or in billions of years. Fine. I'm this person. The name you uttered that seems so powerful and proud rings through the emptiness. Then the silence comes bleak and oppressive. The emptiness still awaits your answer. What do you say? Your name? But what is it? Just a set of sounds you use to associate with yourself. You are Aaron. Who decided this is who you are? Your parents? Yourself? Someone else? A name is just a label you take voluntarily. What happens if you tear this label off? What hides behind the name? Behold the truth. Open yourself to knowledge. Reveal yourself. Which, of course, is all about Nenio, and you find out.
Nenio.
Whoa!
Nenio. You hear me? You voice from nowhere or whatever you are?
You are a kitsune.
It appears your observation is correct. I am a kitsune. If my hypothesis is correct, and the probability of that is close to 100%, I have always been a kitsune, but at some point I decided to forget that piece of knowledge. Following this line of reasoning, it would seem the fact of my membership of a certain race just doesn't seem relevant to me. Also, there is a more important question. Why did my true identity reveal itself in this precise moment?
How could you forget you were a kitsune?
This question is irrelevant in the current situation. If you wish, you can ask me about it later. If you believe that I've been keeping my true identity a secret on purpose, you are mistaken. I suppose it was a trap that yanked our minds out of our plane and temporarily transferred us to another one. I wish I knew which plane.
The thing about Nenio is Nenio's quest is kind of awesome, and it leads to one of just the biggest, most awesome dungeons in the game, with lots of puzzles. And I kind of like it. And I kind of like her backstory of what she really is. Not a kitsune, by the way. I just wish the character wasn't so annoying.
By the way, did you know that the most efficient way to disarm a corridor's worth of magical traps is with the help of a scientist who has been told that the formula for an elixir of the ancient races lies hidden at the end of said booby-trapped corridor?
Okay, Faulkner. You can stop with the 80-word sentences. Oh.
The emptiness asked me, and judging by your reaction, you too, who I am. And merely stating my name failed to satisfy it. The trap then forced me to assume my true form, which I had completely forgotten about. I suppose this trap wasn't a trap per se. It rather was a closed portal leading to some hidden place that can easily unveil secrets and reveal the truth. The one who spoke to us seemed to solve me like a riddle, in an instant just by looking at me. I would like to meet this entity. Can you imagine which secrets it can unravel? I want to speak to it, and you, my follower, must help me.
If it can unravel where my car keys are when I lose them, it'd be great. Actually, it's not me. You know what? This is the funniest thing. My wife loses two things all the time. Her cell phone and her car keys. And I'm not kidding. And I tease her about it, and then she gets defensive. Well, the other day she came home and she told me that she was at work and she told one of her coworkers, we're going to play the game of let's find my car keys. And her coworker was like, I hate that game. And I was like, see, you even do it at work. Your coworkers know about this. I don't know how she does it. I swear it happens at least on a weekly basis. She'll be going somewhere. She'll leave. She'll head out the door. I'll hear the door open another 10, 20 seconds later. And she's like, I forgot my phone. I don't know where it is. Okay. I forgot my keys. I don't know where they are. It's just...
But how can you get them?
Oh
If
my
there's a door,
gosh.
There must be a way to open it. If there's a lock, there must be a key to it. There is an inscription here, right on the statue.
I told my wife that if I had $1 for every time she lost her phone or her keys, we could retire.
I am the void and the emptiness. I am the starting point. I am infinite. Tear my mask off and let it fall at my feet. I don't understand this at all. How thrilling.
It's
It
a
does.
riddle.
It really does. I love riddles and puzzles.
The
world wound is dangerous. Walking under a hanging icicle is dangerous.
Alright, I'm
Each
just
of
gonna
them is
click off
inscribed
through
with a
these.
riddle, and each demands a-
Nothing more that we can do here now. We have to go find some masks, actually, which is really cool. And praise be to the Lord, all of these puzzles for these masks, once you have them, are kind of easy, thank goodness. Because some of the puzzles inside the final dungeon are not very easy to solve. There's a portion of that dungeon that I love that has to do with you acquiring these items and lighting up these pads, and I really liked that part of it as a puzzle. It was really cool. And there are a couple of floor puzzles that are really, really cool. And then there's some that are cool, but they're so time consuming that eventually I was like, I don't want to go through the bazillions of permutations that these things have. And so I'm just going to fast forward and look them up. All right, so Nenio, that quest is advanced, which is good. But now we're getting to the exciting part. I next episode we're going to be able to go to Blackwater, which is going to be really cool. We have to go to Dresden, and this is why. First of all, we have to change a party, and that's no big deal. But the big thing is we have to go be lightweight. Because we're going to acquire a lot of loot. Like here and at the Ivory Sanctum, you're just going to acquire so much loot. And you want to be able to haul it back. And in core mode, it's even worse because once you become heavily encumbered, your party moves very slowly in combat, just walking across the ground, not even on the overland map. So it's it kind of works because it's like your enemies rush to you, so you're not running into traps. But it's just, it's kind of awful. So you want to be as empty as possible. We want to make sure we get every bag of holding if we can. It's available. I'm not sure where they're all available, so I'm going to have to go look them up and see if there are some here. But this is fun. This is when the game kind of gets... it's been fun. It's just, these next few things are really, really cool. Alright. No sorting price from descending order. I'm going to chew through all of this. Don't need any of that stuff. Sell that. I don't need the heavy mace of fire. Nobody's going to use it. The flaming dagger I'll save for Woljif. Shot bow. Wicked longbow. I don't think I need the rest of these things. Flail of hunger. Intermediate step and relic creation. So those things. There's a lot of stuff here that I can get rid of. Or headband of inspired wisdom. Man. I'm going to keep that. Ruchelet, all that jazz. So some of this, how heavy is this stuff? 2 pounds. Okay. Books, let's do bulk selling, deal. I don't have any more bucks up here. I do have one small bag of holding. He doesn't have any bags of holding. Wait, it appears I'm wrong about that. Wilshire has one, but we don't have enough money for it. I'm not sure if it's in this section. Usable item. What is this? Holy Scabbard. Okay. Brazen Whip. This is junk. Apprentice Lockpick. He's supposed to have one. Somebody said. Belt of Mighty Constitution. Wow. We don't have a lot of money though. We've been spending it on the war effort, so. Okay, I don't really see it. Cause you'd have to do what? Bag? Yeah, bag of holding. I don't see it. He's supposed to have one though, somebody said. Well, I didn't see it. Yeah, he's supposed to have it. I'm not seeing it, so. I'm just seeing that I've got the one bag of holding small. Bag of holding small. What do you got there, Wilson? Name. What? Name from A to Z. Why are these? Okay. Bag of holding. It's 25,000. Oh man, that's a lot of money. Okay. Can we come up with it if we sell stuff that we know we're never going to use again? We know nobody's going to use that. Soul Shear, as awesome as it is, nobody's probably going to use that again either. I'm not going to use that Agile Hand Axe. I'm not going to use that. Wicked Longbow. Nobody's going to use that. Okay. So let's just get the bag of holding that way. Alright. That's better. Cool. So what we'll do is check the quests. Middle game, this is maximize all Crusader stats. Let's go rest. It's awesome that you can do this. And listen, what was I saying about what spell to give her? Oh, glitter dust. Begin resting. Not that Nenio needs that because we're not going to... You do have to take Nenio on the last quest, though, don't you? Hmm. That's going to hurt. I may have to respec Nenio because I just don't understand how to make her work as an illusionist. So I'll have to go do some Reddit work on her, I think. Because I think what I'd really like to do with Nenio, if we're going to go, we have to take her to her final mission, to that final dungeon. I think the most useful thing for her to be actually is probably a conjurer. You need her to be able to just conjure tons and tons and tons of enemies. So, Greetings, Commander. I am Elyanka Camilleri, Priestess of Urgathoa. All right. We are impressed by how bravely and openly you practice the art of death in your dominions. Yay. All right. Welcome to the war effort. You're going to get two factions, them and the undead, the vampires. All right, let's see what's going on with our crusader stuff. And then I'm going to do my best to make myself as light as possible. Outpost to Bastion expansion. Help of the Nail, 10 Hell Knights, we saw those. Intolerance, the hatred of the descendants of Sarkoris toward arcane spellcasters knows no bounds. Representatives of several tribes demand that the mages not be allowed to serve in their units. Remove the mages. 12 barbarians are recruited. Stand up for the mages. 9 wizards are recruited. Leadership points. Barbarians are recruited and you get leadership and you get gold. Stand up for the mages. Underground Avengers, a group of mongrels that has arrived in Dresden, is itching for a fight. Lan worries that the belligerent recruits might ignore their orders in battle, lose their heads, and lose their lives. Positions them in the back of the ranks and you get more sharpshooters, which is perfect. So if we go to campaign, you see these guys. Oh, wait a minute. Well, it's not exactly what I wanted to do, but Demon Strikers right there. So what do we have? We got mongrels. Go join them. We're going to want you later. We have wizards who are not the same as sorcerers, so they're just gonna sit there. These guys are just sitting there. Those guys are more skeletons. It's great. Go over here. Doink. All right. What else do we have? Them and them. Okay. Wizards, unfortunately, who can't be used in place of sorcerers. So, sorcerers go down here. Stone Maze. And then Treason Home. Oh yeah, Lands of Yathwatch. Okay. So here, you want to upgrade this one. I'm 100% sure, but I'm going to check. Yep, Lands of Yathwatch is one of the ones you want to upgrade. And you want to get a teleporter in there as soon as possible. What do we have? Leadership is rank 4. Logistics is so far behind. That's the one we got to rank up. Okay. So Teleportation Circle. And then the damage. 10% bonus to damage for all trainable units. Right next to the archery. Hospital. I like to have for infirmary bonus. Garrison recruit for the Spellcaster's Lodge. Alright, Arsenal does +1 to AC. Alright, that's all I'm going to do for now on that. We got to go back to upping logistics. I forgot to do that last time we were in the campaign. Decrees. Let's get development. Rank up. Logistics reform. Development of the Art of War. Military. Issue those decrees. Royal help of the noble houses. Cuirassiers and marksmen are recruited. That's diplomacy. We're going to take that and get some more marksmen. Relics. Not a big deal. Royal conscription. We can do recruitment growth. Goes up for 10% for 14 days. Sure. Development of the Art of War and Logistics Council. Enemy army arrives and attacks you. Of course it does. What else would it do? course it's gonna come attack us. Oh, look. Wow. Okay. You're dead. How dead can you make that? Pretty dead. Okay. Oh, well, that's nice. That's the end of that story. Dun da 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 dun. Development of the art of war. Okay, now what do we have for degrees? Raid for plunder. Adds 11,000 finance points, 500 material points, and 100 energy points. Yes. Okay. Everything else is just gotta take its time. 3-4 days, all that jazz. Okay. Well, in that case, what's left is to get light. To get as light as possible. So we can go grab a bunch of loot here. Oh, here comes Dorinda. Dorjalinda. We couldn't just call her Dorinda, because that's a common name and it's easy to roll off the tongue. We had to call her Dorgalinda. Alright, critical supply of shortage. She's your logistics person. Choice effects. Market increases finance points by 20. Only one market can be built in a fort. Shrine increases energy points. Salvager's post increases material and energy points income by 1. Warehouse increases finance points by 100 if built next to an inn. Okay, there's some rules on this. Material points income by 1 if it's built next to a supply center. A warehouse. We have supply centers in almost all of ours. A warehouse. Only one warehouse can be built in each fort. Yeah, I think the thing to do is to grab the warehouse, put it next to a supply center, and then start surrounding it. Alright, reorganized army. It's time for a counterattack. Kramzadaz uses magic directed Citadel Storm's Peak. Alright, choice effects. All trainable units gain the charge ability. Unit gains +1 to speed, plus 20% bonus to damage for 1 round. Okay. And a minus. All units gain the charge ability. Infantry rush. All units gain the tough feat. Unit has +2 against saving throws against disease and poison. That's it. I want that. Alright. So in that case, let's go check on a couple of buildings here. We have supply centers in everything, but the only ones that matter are the ones where it's upgraded. Dresden is a little different situation here. Alright, build. Where's our supply center? Main stables, citadel, training grounds, main archery range, smithy, main barracks. Okay. Warehouse. It increases materials points if it's built next to a supply center, energy points if it's built next to a sanctuary, and 100 if it's built next to an inn. And the inn has a restriction on it. Yeah. What's the restriction on the inn? You can't build an inn if there's a supply center, I think is the deal. Let me see. Right, so the inn can be built if you don't have the buildings that add to recruitment growth, like main barracks and archer range, which seems kind of dumb. So we're going to put the warehouse down here. How big is it? Okay. How many buildings can it be surrounded by? Supply center, and yeah, let's do this. Let's put it right there. I don't have a lot of points to spend on anything else, so just leave it for now. And we'll build later after we make a whole bunch of cash going to the expensive places. Okay. We need to go to the dungeons to grab all the loot. As I've been saying, Blackwater, Ivory Sanctum. Not sure there's anything else major in here. that's left. I think those are it. And here's the other thing. The Ivory Sanctum is something that you're going to get done, and then it takes the queen 3 weeks to arrive at Dresden, and you're going to be like, I have got nothing to do, and my morale is going to go down because I don't have any more demons to kill. So my advice is to do the Ivory Sanctum and leave yourself something to do, like maybe do Blackwater after the Ivory Sanctum. I am going to make myself as light as possible. Mission successful, because we now weigh 0. So everything else is good to go. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to go. We have a meager amount of money. In fact, let's do this. I need a couple more diamonds. This is going to be... We're going to grab all this stuff and sell it. Because we really don't need it. I mean, this stuff is all nice, but... Oh, not that thing, though. Leave that. Okay. We're going to go sell all this stuff. And we're going to buy a few more diamonds for resurrections, because when we're in these dungeons, especially Blackwater, you can't get back out. So that's a problem. So we'll come down here to Wiltshire. We'll sell all this garbage. I like having that stuff as backup for companions. But right now the cash is too important. And actually the person we need to go to is Racino. So, and since we're going to have to rest once before we can even get there, might as well speed this process up. Because I don't think there's anything left but these 2 major locations. I could be wrong, again. Still possible. Alright, I'm going to sell you this and this, that and that. All of this stuff. Alright, it's 50k. What I want from you is a few diamonds. Oh, I don't want all of them, that's for sure. Boy. 20,000 for diamonds. Oof. Alright. Now let's get out of here. Let's get out of here and be on our way. Yeah, because the big thing now is trying to get logistics cranked up before the end of this chapter. Is this who we're going to take? It's our party of awesomeness. I really love this picture that somebody came up for this particular character. These are on a mod on Nexus Mods. It's the only thing I've done to the game. It's the only thing you could consider quote unquote a mod, and they're just portraits. They just go in the portrait folder. So Nameless Ruins we went to. Heart of Mysteries over here. Don't care about that. Core of the Riddle. I think... See, here's the Ivory Sanctum, and then there's Blackwater. I don't think there's anything else down here. So what we're going to want to do... Can you guys kill these guys yet? Yes. Okay. Trying to think of who I actually want to go kill here next. We got plenty of demons to kill, which is great. I think I might want to try to go get these guys. 81, that'll be 2 days worth of traveling over there. Okay. So for us, it'd be a lot faster if we could just teleport. We might go try to do Core of the Riddle first. Because we have stones now that we picked up. The tablets, I should say. Alright, what do we have? Oh, we got that. Wow. And we got that. Okay. You fight that. You go knock that down. You haste everybody. You do this. You can do this. And Ember, my darling, just try to smack one of these guys. in trouble, punk. You guys are in trouble. You ran up against the jigsaw. I mean the buzzsaw, not the jigsaw. That's pretty funny. You ran up against the jigsaw. Oh, that's just being silly. All right. How are my pets looking? Got 3 pets. It's nice. Cancel. I want you to go a little further. Failed to sneak past enemies. Of course I did. That's always going to happen when you're tired. You're just so tired you can't possibly see those enemies standing on an open hillside ready to kill you.
Charge!
Oh my gosh. Okay. Poison. Haste. Amber, get out of the way. Do this. Yeah, people taking a bite out of crime there, aren't they? That hit. Bismuth? Oh no, it didn't. Doink. Okay. She did a pretty good chunk of damage there. Do this. Do that, and then whatever you're doing, you're about to cast that. She already cast her version of it, so do that. You got the poison down, so start healing everybody. It's so pretty. It's just a rainbow of colors. Oh, we got some people who are confused here, don't we? It's like, I'm confused. You can be as confused as you want to be. We're just going to rest before we continue on. There's no sense waiting to go out into the other map to do it. So, darling, who's going to be your second? He is. Good job. Night shift. Camouflage. Who's our extra? Emba? Add a little bit to the camouflaging wave. Very nice. 8 hours. Everybody's ready to go. So yeah, I think if we get lucky here, Ivory Sanctum's right there. That could be next episode. Well, it's going to have to be because this episode is going to be Random Encounters. This is the episode of Random Encounters.
Watch each other.
Oh my gosh. Okay. I'm watching each other. You're at 2.4. What's he? 2.8. Okay. I should be paying attention to who's Ember. Oh gosh. Get away from there. Do this. Yeah, hit that. Skeletal Executioner, hit that. Della, hit that. You might as well hit that guy. Oh, you get that. Bismuth, you turn around and get that. Alright, we ready, people? Darling, hit this. Uh-oh. That's me. I'm trying to get my spell off here. Oh, yeah. Oh, the belt of demonic shadow went off again. That's funny. Like, every single person. That's funny that it does that. You do prayer, and the belt of demonic shadow goes off, and it summons that. That's hilarious. Who's this? Della? Yeah, smack him. Emba. Burn things down here, will you? Right there. What do you like? 1.8? Oh. Just like, yeah, I was gonna, but then, I asked you to heal people. Made it out of that one by the hair of my chinny chin chin.
Trust in yourself.
Trying.
Esmo, access, yes.
I'm trying, Ember. But none of these clowns are making it easy. It's like I wanted to get to. This is why I'm saying we're really probably going to have to wait for the Lands of Yath Watch Tower to finish constructing its teleportation chamber. And then, right here, well, even there, no, that, because that goes all the way around, doesn't it? Treason Home. Treason Home, according to the guide, is not recommended as an upgradable one, but boy. And I think it's because they want you to upgrade that one over there, which then gives you close access to the Ivory Sanctum, so I think that's why. So, core of the riddle. Let's see if this is... We've never been here. Never been in this location. And we got what? We got another... We passed in... The day becomes the night. The night becomes the day. Break on through to the other side. I had a roommate in the military who was a big Doors fan. Like, that was the only band he wanted to listen to. And it drove some people nuts. Yeah, these guys don't take damage from cold, so we got to do this. It drove me nuts. So there was a little bit of friction there. I ended up switching roommates because you could do that in technical school. You're on a big brick building full of dorm rooms, 2 guys to a room, 2 people to a room. And so we kind of came to a head there because of his insistence on only listening to the Doors and my insistence that we have a little wider variety. So I had a really good friend of mine that I had made while I was in technical school. And he and I agreed to swap. So we became roommates, and I sent the Doors bro off to someone else. I learned a lot about people and how they approach authority in the military. Okay, so here's this puzzle. I'm gonna move like a whole group of people out of here. Except for me. Alright, puzzle. These edge pieces only have one option. Thank goodness. That makes them easy. Now, if our logic is correct, and actually what we're going to do is put Big Daddy over here and a light on him. So you can see. Yeah. So this means that if I read this correctly, this thing here, which is like a checkerboard or like tic-tac-toe board, can only be in these 4 slots. This gives you a much wider variety. You can have, of course, tic-tac-toe board here. You can also have eyes, and you can have this thing right here, which is what I call the square with a... It looks like a robot from the Phantom Menace. This looks like something with eyes, right? It's like face, beak, eyes. It's some kind of weird bird. And that's how you do it. So it takes forever. I mean, if you know the logic of it, of course. So in this row right here, you can have any of those 3 symbols in these slots. And then everything that touches them has to be of the same kind. So for instance, if you were to put this guy here, for instance, not that that's right, because it's probably not, then that means the next piece over here would have to have this symbol touching here. It'd have to look like Well, there's a bunch of those. Let's just pick one because we're going to pick it back up. You'd have to turn it like this. It'd have to look like this. See, they're touching. That's where the dominoes part comes into play. But I'm sure these are wrong. So I'm just going to take the slabs up. And I recommend you just do the really super easy thing. And you go out to the internet and you say, hey, we're right here at the core of the riddle. Which one should I grab? So in about a split second, you'll see what that looks like. All right, so we're ready to put the last piece in. You can see how these all work. You've got, remember, bird, Phantom Menace, Phantom Menace, Phantom Menace, checkerboard, checkerboard. Those all fit those three all the way down here. Everything else is touching, of course. And over here, only the checkerboards. So the last one goes here. It's checkerboard and this weird sci-fi thing. Flip it around and there it is. So you could spend all day doing that, moving pieces around. I mean, you know the logic of it, so you know how it would work. It would just take you a very long time, and it's not something I want to burn the channel with here. Burn all this YouTube time and make you guys sit through it. There is a bunch of underwhelming loot, of course. This it's just a really surprising thing. It's like, oh, yay, that opened up to some of the most underwhelming loot I've seen in the game. There was one little tiny ninja star there, which if you're Poe Panda, maybe you think is cool, but it's like, wow, I did all of that work for that puzzle for that? Is that a joke? It's just, oh, sometimes video game developers forget about risk reward or effort reward. You know, like, give us the carrot. You know what the carrot was being dangled there? The carrot that was being dangled was dangled by the history of computer role-playing gaming. All of us who have ever played every game that ever came before and said, ooh, there's a complicated puzzle. There's going to be great loot at the end of this. And then there's nothing. It's like, oh, no. Okay, so can we get from there to the Ivory Sanctum in one day? Probably. So what we're going to have to do is get those guys to finish up that. And unfortunately, they can't teleport. So we have to send them way over here. We're just going to wrap up the last couple of minutes here. Skip day. And these guys are going to come rolling through here. Oh, and that's as far as I can go, which is kind of great because we're going to recruit. We're going to recruit them. Oh, and then I need just a little bit more for those mongrels down there. I don't know. Do we need those mongrels? More arrows would be good. What are these? Rogues. 4,000 though. And there's 9,000 for the Hell Knights. No. Okay. We're just going to do this then. Join up with the group. I think it was 472. So their job is going to be to come down here and get that demon army right there. Okay, no more movement points. Skip day. Oh, and there's demon armies coming in, which is kind of perfect because this is great. They're gonna come into the Gloomy Gorge here. Skip day. Gloomy Gorge is being besieged, and that's totally fine because guess what? We're coming right over there to take care of it. Doink. Let's finish up with the Carmel army battles here, and then next time we'll try to go get that. Okay. Clavicus. Do we get to go again? The archers, the marksmen so often get to go again. These guys you don't want to do in melee combat, so. Not much happening there. You guys can stay there. Stay. Omox. Done with that one. He's getting close to making another level. which would be great. Maybe he can get a movement one this time. He really needs a movement skill. 40 points is not enough. We need way more than that. But I'm really excited about the idea that we'll be able to do the Ivory Sanctum. Or at least get it started. Yeah, you... you witches. Okay, yeah, let's do this. Because that'll slow everybody down. Which would be great for us. Oops, she says. Okay, we're just going to let everybody sit. There's no sense bringing anybody up here. Can make this one move. And then we can say, we'll bake you with fire. Oh, that's so nice. Why don't we cook you? Sorcerers. Again, just wait. There's no reason. They're gonna be slow. Let them come up here. Oh, and they get to go again. Brilliant. All right, that's it for that episode. I'd like to tell you there's more coming in this, but this has got to be the end of the video. The videos are long. I get people complaining, saying the videos are too long. Make the videos on your channel shorter, you'll get more views. Okay. Well, what I need is... Oh, and I'm in the wrong place. Oh, it's going to go around here. I'm going to skip one more day so that I can do this. You want to come around here. Actually, yeah. Does this work? Let's skip one more day. Can I get down here with this? Oh, I can. Oops. Okay, I lied. You're going to get one more battle. We're going to hope we can win this. Oh my gosh. I didn't save before I went down there. What do we have? Dretches, which can really screw things up. This guy, the Galbrizo, who can move. Let's go with him first. What can you guys do? 14 to 27. Cultists I'm not worried about. Dretches I don't really like. Let's do that. Who doesn't like the cold? Or versus the heat? It's the same. Okay, then I don't want you guys like running over here. Okay, let's do that. This is gonna be ugly. Sure, come over here. Stay there. Stay there. Stay there. He's gonna do his thing right over there. That's awesome. He didn't hit my archers. That's okay. I can deal with that. What do they do? Blow through. Yeah. Can I get most of the dretches? Get a lot of them. No, that wasn't enough though. That finished off some people. How many dretches can you kill? 83. Sure, get rid of that rock. He's a problem child. Sure's. Let's do this. Okay. What do I want to do with you guys? Stand pat for right now. I can go after him. Oh, that's a lot. At 210 is a big chunk. The undead don't care. Yep, so they're just going to move forward. Oh, he got my archers. Okay. But if our saving throws came through, which they did, which is great. Can she, oh, she can't act. Okay, what about this? You might be able to get all of them. All but one. Oh my gosh. Okay. I can get him. He's done. That's what I wanted. 102 of those guys. Now is your turn to heal. Let's see. Sorcerers, him, these guys. Hell Knights. Heal them. I can't heal the undead guys. I can get all of them. Yep, they're dead. I can get some of them. Okay. The Shures. You guys can get out of that cloud. Let's see. I can go down here and get the Shures 3 to 7, or get a bunch of these guys. Okay, 23 of those guys. That hurt. Let's heal. Look at this. That was beautiful. That was beautiful. Oh, look. Oh, man. You guys are really going to do it, aren't you? Oh, wow. Okay. Well, that's an appropriate place to end this overly long episode on. I like it. Very nice. So, push back the demons. Back to the strait. The Crusaders came to a reluctant halt, and the bank opposite stood a large army of demons. We can't go any further here. He's going to get this. Magic Reserves, which gives you more energy. Protective Wards, Saving Throws, or Magic Instructor AC. I want this. Magical Reserves. There are some spells coming along later that are just gigantic. So, that's nice. Okay. And there's this fort. Camp on the ferry. This is one of the ones you want to upgrade. I'm pretty sure. So, get in here. Get yourself a citadel. Yourself a supply center. Archery range. Stables. Which I need to be hiring those guys. Cool. Man. Well, that's it. Folks, thanks for watching. As always, if you dig it, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, leave questions and comments down below. I'll see you next time. Happy gaming.